Welcome to Maximum Sports. I'm Garrett Fertig, and I'm joined by Dan Watts.
All right.
This afternoon.
We have some
I feel privileged to be here today.
some fake commentators, but somebody has invaded the booth. Exactly. But anyway, we have some WFL action for you. Game of the week. Week number 2 here between the Munich Metalheads and the Buffalo Blizzard. Both teams at 1-0, looking to find the win column again. It is Pasta on the call tonight for this game of the week, alongside the color commentator in the booth alongside me is Daniel DeVito. How are you doing, sir?
It's good to be here. Excited to go back to our second week of action, and hopefully we see a very entertaining game. These are two good teams, and we'll see what happens. But I'm excited.
I definitely agree. Both teams, no stranger to putting up a lot of points on the board. Of course, the Blizzard in that shootout with the Maroons last week, putting up 54, but their defense did let up 45 points. On the Munich side, they pulled out a close win against the Marauders, 33-28. So both close games, and definitely a star performance for both of these teams' running backs, Kevin Say and Aiden Teixeira. As Munich will take the kickoff, that's Slick Deuceman on the return. And Munich will get started here.
A couple good catches last week.
Sure did. He had 3 catches for 21 yards in week 1. And he'll get the ball here as that's a catch on the left side, thrown by Devontae Moore. First down, Metalheads.
Yeah, a nice little throw to the outside. We've seen a lot of throwing to the flats in the first couple weeks for all of these teams. So going right back to what's been working around the league and for your own team.
Absolutely. We expect to see more of that as the game goes on. Here, play action. He'll be sacked on the play. 92 bringing him down. That is Vernon Campbell.
The defensive end out of Texas coming through and hitting the quarterback. Another veteran player, just able to take advantage of the offensive line there.
Loss of 5, 2nd and 15. They'll hand it off to Kevin Say, the member of the very abundant Say family in this league. A couple of brothers in the league as well. 3rd and 11 now. Tries will throw. That is caught by number 4. That was that Daryl Bullock playing wide receiver? Did my eyes not? Does he be there? That was number 4.
I saw number 4.
Yeah, so that reportedly was Daryl Bullock as that punt goes out of bounds inside the 10. Interesting. Anyway, Buffalo with the ball now. Alexander Fowler at quarterback. Teixeira on the run. Of course, the big news with Teixeira was the 22nd overall pick, college teammates with Johnny Vernaro of Michigan, and he's just a backup trying to get that number 1 running back spot.
Ooh.
There's Fowler breaking free.
Oh my.
In the 50, the 40, one man to beat, and Fowler could go all the way. Breaks the tackle and he's in. Touchdown, Blizzard.
Wow. What an exciting run from Alexander Fowler, able to outspeed the safety, Jurgens Tutley. Incredible run from the quarterback out of Oregon, showing that Oregon scrambler mentality that they're known for.
Almost shades of Marcus Mariota there, if you guys are college football heads. That was a 78-yard scamper by Alexander Fowler, and that kick is good by Jack Lewis. What an electric start to this game, Dan.
It was incredible. and the son of star linebacker John Fowler, showing that once again he can do things that people have not been able to do before. Impressive start for Buffalo.
Yeah, and to consider this guy was just a walk-on in college, but getting the opportunity to be the starting quarterback here in the WFL, such a great story.
Got fresh legs.
Absolutely.
Right there.
Kevin Say on the run, good for 2. It'll bring up a 2nd and 8 at the 40 for the Metalheads. Play action, Moore to the air. Look out! That was intended for Bullock. And that was good coverage there by Buffalo. 3rd and 8 here. Say in the backfield to run you over, lined up there in the backfield as well. Moore, nice jumping catch. As Bullock hauls that in. And could we see Darrell Bullock emerge as another two-way player here?
We've seen what he's been able to do across the league with both Jake Molyneux and his deep threat ability and Sam Blattner's big offensive weaponry. We'll see if Bullock can do the same thing.
Absolutely. Here is Moore taking off inside the 25, trying to defenders. And that will be a good run for the first down for Devontae Moore. Gotta give
he doesn't
credit.
have the speed of some of these other quarterback threats. He's done pretty well on the ground when he's able to get his wheels rolling.
Sure has done well. Moore with only 70 speed, the base rating, but still can scramble with the best of them. Here's Say on the run. Tackle made by 24. That's Devin Say. That's his brother, I believe.
I think so.
They are related.
Related in some way.
We're not sure how, though. Here's Kevin Say again inside the 10, and he'll go in. Touchdown.
Great play right there. Yeah, we don't have Ancestry.com up here in the booth, but we know that these guys are related and not able to make the stop there, as Say will score first for the Metalheads.
Picking up right where he left off, of course, had a tremendous week last week against the Marauders. 24 carries for 157 and 2 touchdowns.
It was really, really impressive, and they ran the offense through him. Curious to see if they'll do that again this week.
Yeah, of course, the Buffalo run defense had a great test against Pottsville last week with Dweezil Givens. Didn't do all that great stopping him, so we'll see if Munich takes advantage of that in the run game. Here's Fowler, 1st and 10, has a lot of time, good blocking, and he'll eventually be dragged down. That's 42, Salvador Manila on the sack.
Yeah, I mean, when you're coming off of that great run, if you're not, eventually time's going to run out, and he just was not able to get around that edge there. Unfortunate, he had a lot of space.
Absolutely. The O-line can only block for so long. Loss of 2. They'll get it out quick this time. Texera with the catch. Stop made by the two-way, Darrell Bullock.
Texera was a big part of the offense last week. Even with Alexander Fowler's 5 touchdowns, Texera was all over the place, and he's getting those reps again.
Sure is. Definitely a very important part of this offense for sure, as he'll take the run there for the first down, getting Buffalo toward midfield. 1st and 10 right at the 50 for Fowler and company. In the shotgun with Texera in the backfield. Looks to pass, short, ooh, almost. Going in the other direction, that one hitting off the kneecaps of Scooter McLovin, the corner, 2nd down.
Pretty ugly throw there.
Not his best. We'll go again here short, and that is caught. Texera seeming to resort to these short passes when something doesn't work. We'll see if they go deeper down the field on 3rd down. Fowler caught this time. What a catch by Texera again. That was threaded. And that was, I believe, Jurgens Turdley, 80 on the coverage. He just couldn't get there in time.
Gutsy throw from Fowler with a man in his face. Well done by him.
Very well done indeed. Ball inside the 35 now for Buffalo. That pass is caught to the outside as Broderick McFadden, the former college quarterback at Florida. Good for 5 on that. 2nd and 5 coming up. Fowler has to escape again. Look at this. He's got room. Great blocking from his O-line. And eventually dragged down, but not before the first down is picked up. And how about Alexander Fowler getting it done with his legs this game?
Yeah, I mean, he did average 9 yards a carry with 47 yards last week, but this feels different. This feels like he's really using his legs to his advantage.
It sure does, and you also have to give credit to that offensive line as well as Teixeira lost the football. It's recovered it. Touchdown, Buffalo. Zach Holdorf falls on it.
Great play by Zach Holdorf. Big heads-up play. That could have been dangerous and go the other way. Instead, turns into 6 points.
And that is a lucky break for the Blizzard, as you're right. That could have went the other way as Jack Lewis adds the extra point. Kick is away. Blizzard up 14-7 now, as Deuceman will take that on the return up to the 34, where Devontae Moore will go back to work down 7 points. Kevin Say on the first down run. And that was Campbell again on the stop, the big defensive end. 2nd and 3 coming up. Handoff again. Say trying to find a lane. Big hit. 99 on the stop. That is Malachi Fist.
Yeah, just getting a little bit too handsy there. Fist just coming right through the hole and doing what Fist does best.
Indeed. 3rd and 2. Wide open man. That Robert Thump. And this guy is something special to watch with that wide receiver spot for Munich.
Saw this a lot last week. Robert Thump just destroying a defensive back. Once again, Say getting burned there. But an amazing play by Robert Thump. And it's been something that we've come to expect for sure, at least watching this game last week.
Absolutely, especially dangerous in that slot at 8 for 118 last week. There he is again, but he fumbles it. Thankfully, picked up by one of the linemen. That was Klaus Eierkuchen, the left tackle. Or right tackle, actually. 2nd and 4 coming up. Ball at the 8. Say on the carry, hitting the outside edge, and eventually dragged down by the other number 35 in today's game, Anthony Winfield V.
Anthony Winfield, a guy that you shouldn't be testing. He's a really great player.
And there's Say walking into the end zone untouched for the TD.
Yeah, it's a bit anticlimactic, but there was nobody there. Like, they just weren't waiting for Say. Knowing that that's your best player, knowing that's the guy you go to the most, leaving him uncovered, not a great choice.
Yep. Extra point is good there by Leopold Sartorius, and this game is tied. Just over a minute played, 2nd quarter. Hope you're enjoying so far. 14-14 tie here in the WFL Week 2 game of the week between the Munich Metalheads and the Buffalo Blizzard. Fowler on a first down throw connects Holdorf. Stop made by 46. That's Dimitri Crabwright. 2nd and 2 coming up. Handoff. Teixeira fumbles it again. And it is picked up. I believe it's Holdorf. It is, with his 2nd fumble recovery already in this game.
Somebody needs to run some drills with these guys because there's been so many fumbles that, I mean, guys just aren't hanging on to the ball. And that could, like, again, it can change the entire form of the game in one play.
Sure can. Can't do much without the ball in their hands as Teixeira breaks a tackle and eventually dragged down by the guy who just forced that most recent fumble, number 30, Phineas Ferd.
I remember calling his name last week. Seems like a solid player. But yeah, it's another good run from Teixeira. If he can just hold on to the ball, this offense will continue to move forward.
Let's see if he does. They will trust him again with a big run, and that is going to move the sticks again. It seems that Teixeira is now finding a rhythm. It's just the problems with ball security continue to be an issue.
Yeah, but a nice play right there by Daryl Bullock, keeping him from getting even further down the field.
We'll see what they do here. Only 3 on the defensive line here. Munich, quite an odd defensive formation there. They had 3 deep safeties and about 3 linebackers playing about 7 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they aren't preparing for this running game, which has just been dominant. Another good run there by Teixeira, but they have not been able to stop it at all because they just don't have the personnel out there to make stops like that.
They don't, and I wonder if that could be a coaching adjustment when they go in the locker room for halftime, perhaps. Get more pressure on that line of scrimmage. As they'll toss it, Teixeira, nice tackle. As they pressure him that time, 71 Scooter McLevin on this. And maybe it's not the defensive line and linebackers, but the corners stepping up in the run-stopping game.
Number 88 with the catch on the play.
There's Leland Taylor, the tight end, on the catch. Big 6'6", 255 frame. 3rd and 6 for the Blizzard. Fowler hit as he throws. That was dangerous. That could have ended up in the Munich hands, but they will kick here with Lewis as they bring out the field goal team. That kick is no good. He tanked it.
Not even close.
That was sliced. So no points for the Blizzard as Munich takes over. Moore out of the gun. Has a lot of time, but he'll go down. It's Vernon Campbell who's had quite the game at the defensive end spot, just breaking through the O-line there.
Yeah, a nice play right there to get to the quarterback. We've talked a lot about how this team has been able to get some pressure on the QB. And again, wonderful play.
Indeed. They don't bring as much pressure that time, but Moore slides down to avoid the fumble. Gain of 4, 3rd and 10. Empty backfield for Moore. Thought about throwing it downfield, but he'll be sacked on the play. And look who it is. It's Zach Holdorf, number 18, I believe. Or is that 78? I can't tell. Might be 78. Sorry, it's Isaac Yu.
That would make more sense.
Yeah.
Isaac Yu.
I'm like, do we have two-way players on Buffalo too? I'm like, Zach Holdorf is here though. There we go.
There he is.
Sorry. 18 and 78 are a little bit confusing, but I'll get used to it.
We're doing our best. Reading has not been great to do with these jerseys.
Well, yeah, that's a story for another time. But anyway, pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. Good play there by 22 Shardy Waffles.
Second down.
One of the better names in the league is Munich has quite the characters on their team. Teixeira stopped.
Ooh.
And that's
Scooter
McLovin.
again.
He is proved to be a weapon. You know, he is a corner, but in the run-stopping game especially. 3rd and 13, airing it out deep. Wide open man for Buffalo. That is Kamari Washington down inside the red zone.
The 20-year-old coming out of Louisville. is really like a lot of these guys that are around, they aren't like these young talents except for the guys that got drafted. And Kamari Washington this is his first professional season, basically leaving the Long Beach Rays halfway through the year and coming here, and like just amazing play from him. Good to see him on the field.
Change at such a young age. 2-minute warning here as that pass is knocked away. Good defense there by Manella.
Second down.
2nd and goal. Tie game here in the 2nd quarter. Play action. Whoa, a little bit of an interesting handoff there as Fowler and Teixeira weren't necessarily on the same page.
Looked like a miscommunication, but they figured it out and they kept going.
They did indeed. 3rd and goal coming up. Oluwusi on the run, and he'll go. He's stopped immediately. Chris Britton, the captain of the defense at middle linebacker, makes a stop. Lewis missed from this range before, but drills it here to give Buffalo the late first half lead.
And that was a pretty good drive from them. Just, again, relying on Teixeira, which, again, he's not played a lot in college, so he's got those fresh legs. Don't have to worry about too much usage at the college level, and now he's at the pro level, and so he should be a great running back for them for years to come.
Absolutely, and I'm excited to see how this defense will, or offense rather, will expand rather than being kind of one-dimensional. You know, we mentioned earlier on the broadcast that they kind of run the offense through him. I would like to see more guys like Kamari Washington, Zach Holdorf, Leland Taylor get involved as well.
That's 3 catches.
As Robert Thump there, somehow making that catch. Only a gain of 2 on that. 2nd and 8. Moore caught. That's Van Halen, the tight end, had a TD last week.
Stopped short by number 40, 3rd down.
3rd and
Pretty
2
big one.
coming up. Yes, I do remember. It was quite the turning point in the game. As Say will run to the outside. Big hole there. Eventually stopped by 96, Stephon Forge.
Another captain of that defense, Stephon Forge, for the Buffalo Blizzard. And a nice tackle by him in the open field. Hopefully we see more from him as the game goes on.
Absolutely. One of the most important players on this team. Buffalo not bringing that much pressure. That one out to run you open with the fullback.
Yeah, nice play from him. It's in his name. He's going to run you over, and he did it right there.
Indeed, and that will be the last play of the half. Lots more football to come here in the WFL. Blizzard 14, Munich, or Blizzard 17, excuse me, Munich 14.
And going back about what you were saying right before the end of the half, this team, the Buffalo, does have a lot of talented people. Someone you didn't mention, but he had a couple catches last week. Chandler Bloxham at wide receiver. A couple of near 1,000-yard seasons in the WFA in a terrible offense in Detroit. And now he's here, and the Fowler, he's shown that he can do it. So having Bloxham there as a great target, Broderick McFadden as well, as we mentioned, this could be a really, really good offense if they're able to get the most out of their talent, which so far they've been able to do.
Absolutely. Lots more to come here, of course, in the game and throughout the season. So much exciting football action in store for you. Zach Holdorf returning that kickoff. Didn't even reach the 20 there. As Buffalo starts the second half backed up at the 19. Teixeira on the run there, and that's a good tackle by 42. I finally get the joke now. Sal Manella.
I get it too.
Yeah, it took me the whole half. Teixeira.
I remember seeing that name earlier in the day when my preparation was like, all right, I don't get it. What is this? What is about? And now that makes sense.
It was like, now I get it.
First down.
But anyway, Top's a goofy dude, but he's a cool goofy dude. 1st and 10, incomplete.
I think that's the second or third time we've seen Fowler just not able to get to a wide receiver. So he's still got some learning to do. 1-year starter at Oregon.
Definitely using Teixeira as kind of that safety valve. When he throws quick, he usually throws in his direction. We'll see if the O-line can at least help out their quarterback a bit. 3rd and 5. Ooh, that is Star Carr with the big hit, and he had a tremendous week last week for Munich's defense.
Yeah, we haven't called his name so far today, but he put in a star-making performance, and right there showing, hey, don't forget about me. I'm still here.
Exactly. As Deuceman shakes off a hit, and if he has the lane, he might... Wow, great return there on special teams for Slick Deuceman, as that gives Munich tremendous field position here.
And good stop by Teixeira on special teams.
Indeed, the running back hitting it on the defense. Ooh, one man to beat, and he could have had a long gain there. 2nd and 3 coming up after that gain is 7. Play action, it's Moore. Has a lot of time. He'll try and scramble the first. Got it. And that is what I call good coverage by Buffalo, not allowing Moore with that time in the pocket to throw it downfield.
But also a great play by Moore, recognizing what's out there and knowing he's not going to be able to make a great thing and knowing he has just enough room to get that first down.
Making something out of nothing for sure. Meanwhile, will go down. It's a sack for Malachi Fist.
Yeah, if Dave were here, I'm sure he'd have something real funny to say, but Malachi Fist has been a veteran of the league. He's had some great sack numbers in the past and getting, I think, his first one here.
Moore has a lot of room on 2nd and 15. He'll get most of that yardage. He comes up short by a couple of yards. Actually, they'll mark it 3rd and inches here. So they give him a pretty generous spot, but still not to the line to gain. Moore caught this time over the middle. It's Thump. Great designed play there. Stop made again by Fist.
Yeah, they've done pretty well so far, able to rein in Thump. Last week, he was just all over the field, but maybe he's starting to catch fire now.
Absolutely. 1st and goal for the Metalheads. Say on the carry. Just untouched. Touchdown, Metalheads.
They've had some great blocking up front, but once again, I'd say like the team, the Blizzard are not able to defend this running game. Once he gets past the line, he is just going straight ahead and is usually getting like 10 yards.
And of course, who does he zoom right by? At the 1-yard line, his relative, Devin Say, completely missing the tackle on that and allowing Kevin to get in the end zone.
Maybe they have a family bet going on. Don't want to hit
exactly.
The relative.
Do not tackle my brother when he's about to be into the end zone. 1st down run, Teixeira. On the run there to the right side. Munich's tackle that time by 81. Get ready for this. Gazoo Schmier.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, Top. 2nd and 2. Big run there. Big stop by Bluto Mindfork.
It just sounds so good coming out of your mouth.
It does. 3rd and 5. Pass. That is dropped on the play.
Incomplete pass. 4th down.
4th down.
Not able to hang on to that.
And Buffalo will punt here. Gunter Leg on to punt. And that one is blocked. Leg picks it up, but look who it is. It's Star Carr with his 2nd block punt already on the season.
And that is the talent that we've seen from him. He is turning into one of the success stories of the league. And we've seen a couple blocked punts so far this week as well. So a great job by him.
And again, tremendous field position. Special teams for Munich definitely have the advantage. Of course, we saw that big punt return by Slick Deuceman earlier, and now the blocked punt. Will that be the difference in today's game? Say with that second now.
Dangerously close to scoring at the end of the third quarter here.
Indeed, they are leaving Slick Deuceman uncovered as well. They go short the thumb, and that's incomplete.
Fourth down.
Sartorius now on to attempt a field goal. The kick is curling, and it's good. He made it. And that puts Munich up by 7.
And good job by Buffalo not allowing them to get more than that. Good, but you don't want to give up points, but when you're at that spot, you take what you can get.
Absolutely. Anything to bolster the lead. Sartorius boots it inside the 5. Holdorf. Ooh, diving tackle. That was Mindfork, who came in like a rocket and was able to bring him down at the 19.
He's been hearing about how much Star Carr's been getting praise. He's like, hey, don't forget about me either. I'm good too.
Exactly. Both of the outside linebackers, making an impact, as that was Hector Menka, the offensive guard, who was able to get his hands on that. One of the interesting quirks of Maxim, yes, offensive linemen are eligible receivers.
A nice play by Maka using those hands.
Indeed. That was good for 4. Meanwhile, here Chandler blocks him with the grab, finally getting him involved in his offense.
Been waiting for that all game, and he gets one right there.
Definitely an offensive weapon for sure. 1st and 10, Blizzard. Pass caught, Texera. Short gain there.
He certainly gets his touches.
Absolutely. One could say too many touches, even. 2nd and 7. Incomplete. Not on the same page with his receivers there. 3rd down.
It's been the story of this game. Fowler's had a couple of ugly ones, and there's another one right there.
Indeed. Big play here at the end of the 3rd. Pass is caught. Blocks him. Good tackle by Turdley.
Nice play right there. Again, wide open on the side of the field. And while the linebackers for Munich have been really good, the cornerbacks have not. And taking advantage is Buffalo.
Indeed. Part of that, of course, we saw Darrell Bullock get some action at wide receiver in the 1st quarter. That man must be tired out there. He has been playing pretty much the entire game for Munich.
Nice catch right there by Zach Holdorf, going across the middle, getting hit by the safety.
Yep, that was Schmieder on the stop. 9 seconds to go. 1st and 10 at the 30. Handoff. It's Texera. And he will be stopped on the play. Crabwright on the stop. 2nd down, and that will end the quarter. Metalheads up in the game. They score 10 to Buffalo 0 in the 3rd. They lead by a touchdown, but Buffalo driving here. Fowler on 2nd down has his man, Holdorf, with the grab.
And Holdorf has been doing really well this game. I mean, he's got the corn flowing through his veins as he gets up into past the 10-yard line and putting Buffalo in a really good position.
Indeed, fueled by corn is Zach Holdorf. Finally opening up another dimension of this offense. They get the running game reestablished here with Texera. That didn't work. Chris Britton on the stop, 2nd and goal. There's a handoff. Texera will find the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Aiden Texera once again running past his offensive line, able to hold up for him. And the linebackers can do nothing about that, as he will, assumedly, tie the game.
Well, had to hold my breath there for a second, because special teams, as we all know, especially in week 1, was an area of concern for a lot of these teams. You know, kickers, as we've already seen actually today, Jack Lewis missing that chip shot field goal, which could have potentially put them in the lead if that were able to go in.
I mean, there's reason that these guys are available, you know, like they're not the best of the best, and things are going to happen. And once again, like that, it's a thing you got to take into consideration.
Absolutely. And as we only uncover more information about special teams, we will hopefully have better success in that department. As Say will rush for the first down there. Needed less than a yard, got a full yard, as the ball is now at the 35.
First down.
That's what the Metalheads know what to do, and that's what they've been doing. So they will continue to do that until Buffalo can stop them.
And it looks like they can't stop them at all. I mean, of course, Buffalo, as we mentioned, giving up 45 points to Pottsville last week, and a very run-heavy offense there. Oh, big hit there. 35, Winfield on the stop.
Yeah, Anthony Winfield is such a great player. He's been kind of quiet so far in the first 2 weeks of the season, but he's a guy, 10 interception season 3 years ago, and he's been very good since then as well.
A truly great player for sure, as Thump will grab that. And Thump has been using an interesting role today. Seen a lot more horizontal from him than the vertical routes we're used to down the field.
Yeah, and that, I think, is keeping the Metalheads from really having as much big plays as they have in the past. But they're being very consistent, and you're seeing it here, keeping up with the Blizzard and looking to try to score again.
They are, and you know, that was a big hit there, as that may be a coaching adjustment, of course. You know, Buffalo, of course, doing their homework. Of course, Thump, definitely a downfield. Maybe they switch out the receivers and have some flip-flops there. Of course, we've seen Deuceman have some action too, and he's usually the guy that goes in on those slant routes, but you know, changing it up could lead to some different looks for this defense. More sacked. Big hit there. Number 20, Charles Tedder on the sack.
Yeah, that they've just been in the backfield this whole drive. Charles Tedder, the converted safety, moving to corner, and he is just a hard-hitting player, and he's showing it right there.
Absolutely. Philip DeField on to punt. On fourth down, Holdorf, short return. Brought down by 99, Beefy McWhatnow.
I hope that every time we have Munich, we're able to say his name at least once.
Yes, along with the many other names. Texera on the play by Teixeira there. Turdley on the stop as we approach the final 3.5 minutes of this game. Tied up at 24. Fowler on 2nd and 8. Pass caught, Jerron Oluwusi. And the fullback getting some action. First down picked up for the Blizzard.
Yeah, for a fullback, Jerron Oluwusi has always been a guy who's got a lot of speed, a guy who can catch the ball out of the backfield, and he's able to block too, so he is a good all-around fullback, but at only 186, he's a bit light in that department.
He is. He's more like a up-back running back, 5'11", 186, like a Southern. And definitely not really used as a blocker all that much, but definitely a weapon in the receiving game for sure. 2nd and 4 after that play there. On the 33, Fowler to the left side. That's caught, blocks him. I believe he'll be marked short here. No, they gave him the first down. Okay.
That's a bit surprising.
That is a bit surprising. Generous spot given by the referee. Foul. From the 38, wide open man here is Broderick McFadden. And he'll be stopped. Another tackle by Turdley.
Yeah, Broderick McFadden, he kind of knew like his passing game wasn't going to be good enough to make it in the pros, but switches to wide receiver towards the end of his college career, and it's really paid off for him, making it in the WFA and making it here as well.
Indeed, and of course that former quarterback experience leads a lot to understanding separation in the passing game as well, as Star Carr brings down Fowler.
And that's a big play, pushing them past the other side of the 50, and once again making it that much harder to score.
2nd and 14, clock running with under a minute and a half to go. Tied at 24, Fowler. Whoa! Did you see that fumble?
Oh!
It's picked up by Munich. Scott Stover on the recovery.
What a turn of events there. First, not able to get him down, and then getting the hit late, and then getting the ball on the other end. We've seen so many times so far today, Buffalo has fumbled and then picked it back up, and at the worst possible time, they were not able to do that.
Munich's defense coming through. They have tremendous people. Buffalo 36. Moore escaping pressure and eventually brought down by Fist. Timeout taken by the Blizzard. That's their first of 3. A minute 12 to go. Tie ball game. Coming down to the wire. Moore pass knocked away. Good play by Devin Say.
Finally getting one going the other way, and in a good spot too.
Talk about redemption after a poor performance in the first 3 quarters. 3rd and 8. Moore has time. Right side incomplete. He couldn't get it to thump.
And that's something you don't expect from Devontae Moore. He's very consistent, and right there wasn't able to make the play.
And how's this for a gutsy call? They're going for it on 4th down. Wide open man, that's Deuceman for the first down.
I mean, when the game's that close and your defense, while good, has not been like fully great, you need to go for it, and they are able to make that great call.
Absolutely, and worth noting, I believe that was a linebacker coverage against the receiver Deuceman. Hope to get that fixed on the defensive side for the Blizzard. 1st and 10, Moore sacked. Great pressure by this defensive line and linebacking core all day. Stephon Ford with the sack.
Yeah, pretty much the only person we haven't heard from is their first-round pick, Axel Raven, but everybody else has been doing really well.
They have, of course, Malachi Fist, Vernon Campbell, just to name a few. 2nd and 16 with under a minute to go. Sacked again. This time it is Isaac Yu. I will get it right this time. His 2nd sack.
Yeah, another guy coming in from the Rays defensive line, and he's been all right, and he's definitely, I think he's performing better on the WFL stage.
3rd and 21. Big play there. Bullock with the grab, stopped short by Winfield. 4th down, and they will kick with Sartorius to give the Metalheads the lead. That kick is good.
You always got to hold your breath when the kicker comes out on the field, but this time, and I might be wrong here, but I remember Sartorius being pretty consistent in week 1, and he gets another one here in week 2.
Indeed. And now the key part about this drive, Buffalo, they have no timeout remaining. So they have to march the ball down the field and control. 2. Holdorf
and that's
on the return.
going to take them away from what they've been doing, which is giving it to Texera. I mean, maybe it won't. We'll see, but that's not what I would do.
That's not what I would do either. I'd look for Holdorf deep here. And instead, they go to Bloxham with the grab.
Catch by Bloxham, and then great throw by Fowler, putting it where only he could get it. And a nice play by him to make the play.
That one good for about 18 or so. 1st and 10, clock moving. Buffalo has no timeout. Fowler to the air here, caught. That's Kamari Washington, but he stays in bounds here, which is very...
Second down.
Yeah, good play by the defender, making sure he doesn't get out.
3 deep safeties to prevent defense. Play action, 10 seconds to go. Deep shot, he's got a man! Caught! Touchdown! Leland Taylor!
I know one podcast host that's going to be real happy about that. What a throw by Alexander Fowler, beating the defender, 21. Great play right there by the Buffalo offense.
Oh, wow!
The extra point is good.
Oh, wow, indeed.
Unbelievable. And Buffalo, barring any crazy comeback here by the Metalheads, on track to win this game. They just have to stop one play here, probably a Hail Mary of sorts. More sacked, and that'll do it.
Great play by the Buffalo defensive line. They've been tough all game long, and they get another one right there.
And a guy we hadn't called all day, Emery Logan, seals the deal. And Buffalo miraculously comes out on top here at home, and they move 2-0.
I was complaining a little bit about seeing the Metalheads for the second week in a row, but by golly, this was the right game to choose for Game of the Week. Great game for both teams. Just Buffalo was a little bit better today.
Indeed. What a tremendous game this was, and my oh my, did I have fun. Hope you all did too, and we will see you guys next week for Week 3. Final score from Buffalo, New York. Metalheads 27, Blizzard 31. For Dan DeVito, it's Pasta in the booth, saying so long for WFL. We will see you next week.